Today's a big announcement for us here at the Buncombe County Sheriff's Office. We put our mobile computer terminals in our patrol vehicles a little over a decade ago, and that was a really big thing for law enforcement in this county, and particularly the Sheriff's Office. We share a system with the Asheville Police Department and also Woodfin Police Department. That technology has made our job much easier, made our officers in the field much more effective. I would say probably this is our next biggest leap in technology that we have undertaken since we put those mobile computer terminals in those vehicles. What we are doing today is announcing the use of the VView body cams for our patrol officers and also our Sheriff's Community Enforcement team. Everybody's pretty familiar with the issue around body cams and video recording of law enforcement activities. And what I can tell you is we have looked at this for the past 5 to 8 years about how we could do a better job in being more transparent and have more of our interactions with the public recorded in a way to where if they're called into question, that we basically have an impartial umpire being the video camera. What we started with several years ago was in-car cams, and that technology was extremely expensive. It was somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 to outfit a patrol vehicle with a video camera. And the problem for a sheriff's office or municipal police department, whereas the highway patrol probably does 90% of their at the point of interaction videotaping around a vehicle, we probably do 90% plus away from a vehicle. So we captured very little of our day-to-day activities with a vehicle camera. As the technology has gotten much more advanced, and with that much more affordable, we decided to go ahead and make the move this year to equip our patrol division, who has the most interaction with the public on a day-to-day basis, as well as our Sheriff's Community Enforcement team, which there's 7 of those folks who work specifically in the community around issues of property crime, street-level drug interactions, and those type things in the communities that are having those issues. We decided to equip those folks first, and we have purchased 70 of the VView cameras, and we use drug seizure forfeiture money, so there would be no taxpayer cost to rolling this technology out with our agency. Right here is an example of this camera. Sergeant Murphy's wearing one of the VView cameras. Gross motor skill to turn this camera on and off. So when our officer gets out of the vehicle and engages on a call, that's all you have to do to turn that particular piece of equipment on. It records until the call is completed, and then the officer simply reaches, turns the camera off. What we know from the data that's out there, this has reduced complaint calls by 90+% for the agencies that are using it, because it is accountability and transparency, not only for the officer and the agency, but also for the public. The camera records for 5 hours. It's got 5 hours worth of recording time on it. As we talk to larger agencies, what we find out is generally in a 12-hour shift in a larger agency, calls for service somewhere around an hour and a half to 2 hours is the recording time a shift that an officer would actually log getting out and engaging on the calls. The officer then comes in at the end of shift, downloads that camera into a cradle which plugs into the laptop. The officer can see the film footage, but in no way can control or alter the film footage. The officer can add notes about the call, and then the administrator here at the Sheriff's Office that will be responsible for going in and basically overseeing that data storage and footage will be able to look at that footage, and they are the only folks that have administrative rights over that film. We're not doing this because of any types of complaints that we currently get or issues we currently have with our community. I honestly feel that our Sheriff's Office has a very transparent relationship with the community, and we have a very good advocacy relationship with our community. But in hopes of keeping that positive and moving forward, as well as giving our officers another tool that really kind of protects them in many ways as well, we are going to initiate the use of this technology.